So we're set. I hope that uh, people get to join in on the live. For those that are seeking guidance for their Ptdf next step procedures and what to do, that is the purpose of this live video. I hope those that reacted will come and join in. So just wait. Okay. While I work on my research proposal or research plan, I'll wait and see. Okay, please, this live video or live stream rather is for those that need further guidance on their Ptdf procedures, what next to do after they have won the Ptdf scholarship. So if you are one of the awardees, please kindly drop a comment signifying that you are an awardee, and you can drop your question so that I would provide guidance or answer your question as to the best of my knowledge. Yes. So the reason why I'm doing this live video is because a lot of people reach out to me on email, and I've been seeing comments on my previous video, and I can't really attend to every email and comment individually. So I want to do a live stream where I'll get to answer all the questions, and those that may have similar, that their questions may be kind of similar, I will kind of try to address it so that you can gain from it. And thank you, Hega. My defense was good. I am officially done with my MSc program. I'm actually writing my research plan now for a PhD, which I intend to apply in the place where I did my end of year internship. So that's what I'm currently on in my computer. Then I said, let me just start the live stream and see. With regards to your question, I still have you in mind. It's not like I've forgotten, because I don't want to chat with him on WhatsApp. I prefer to see him like face to face, and that will help me to gather the information to get the exact answers to give to you. So I still have you in mind, and hopefully I should be meeting with him. I won't say on Saturday, but I will say on Sunday, because from tomorrow till Saturday I'll be on transit to France, and then on Sunday I hope to meet with him and to relate your questions to him. But nevertheless, I would advise you to try as much as you can, because one of the way that you get supervisors is by contacting potential supervisors in those universities, the university where you intend to do your PhD research. So you can just go to the portal, or you already have a PhD topic, and it's possible that these supervisors may change your topic. So if you're studying in Germany, you can just try to reach out to the universities that have partnership with Ptdf, and then look at these professors, then write your research plan, and you already have a research plan, what you presented to Ptdf. So present it to your professor. If he does not if he's not okay with it, he can either propose a new topic to you if he's interested in supervising you. And general advice is always look for a professor that is working in line with what you are doing. And if you think that okay, it's difficult to find a supervisor or a professor in Germany, you can look at other possibilities of looking like getting a professor in France. Because one thing I understand is that the Ptdf scholarship allows you to switch from Germany to France or Malaysia, but you can't switch from France and Malaysia to Germany. That's what I understand. And okay, congratulations. I hope that the professor gets to accept you into his lab so that you can do your work. And once you have the go ahead and you apply, and then you are accepted for admission in the university. That's the next thing you have to do now is to start preparing for your visa and rest. And I don't know for Germany, but I think that it's easy because you're a PTDF scholar and these schools have partnership with PTDF, so the process will be fast. Is it fast track they call it, or it will be sped up? Yes. So just, and the advantage is that for PhD, I think you can start. I don't know. I think you can start anytime. Yeah. So please, if you have a question concerning anything about the PTDF, because I saw a message or a chat on the previous video I did that can I switch from environmental science to public health. I think I replied, but I was replying hastily. So now we can talk. You can ask your question. If there's anything that is not clear to you, you can ask. If there's anything, if you plan not to take up the scholarship this year, you can just ask for guidance, because it's really confusing. It's a mixed feeling that you have something at hand, but then you're not prepared to take that thing. So you'll be feeling, oh, what if I don't take this thing now? Will I lose it at the later end? So these are the questions that may be coming in your mind. These are the doubts that I have as well. These are the doubts I had, when I was about making the decision whether to resume in 2022 or to defer it to 2023. And so because I had the right guidance, I was able to make the right decision. So if you have any question, if there's anyone else coming online that has any question, you can just ask. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I would ask my friend that has a contact of, for you, Edgar, I will ask my friend that have the contact of the group that has the group of those in Germany, to help me and talk to someone in Germany if they can give out their contact so that I can pass it on to you. Then from there you'll be in direct communication with the person, because having the scholarship, going to Germany is not really easy, because you need to have like a place where you can settle, someone that already knows what's existing there, how things work there, so that you can easily integrate into the society or the community, aside from only academics. So I will ask my friend, and I also intend to there's someone that was asking me if there is a group that they can join and all. Yes, the PTDF will provide it, but the thing is, if you don't want to wait till the time of induction, you can ask. Then I will try as much as I can to see if I can talk with the admin of the group that I'm with, so that they will so that they will help you, so that they will add you up into the group. Sorry. For you, like the link to the group is specific on award year. So for like previous award years, they have their own group. Like let's say 2020 have their own group, then 2021 have their own, and rest like that. So for your own, when you are coming in 2024, if you are coming this year, you'll be I don't want to say assigned, but a group link will be sent to you that has all PTDF students. Okay, the link to this live. Okay, let me see. Share. I don't know how to share it. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'll share it to your email. Oh. Let me just share to myself, then I share to your email. Yeah. So that's the thing that will happen. And again, there is a dedicated WhatsApp group for all Nigerian students that are in France. So because that group will help us to it will help us to communicate as to what next to do after studies, or the steps to take to in order to in order to advance yourself towards obtaining the permanent residency or getting a job and all those stuff, because we do share job opportunities on the link on the WhatsApp group. So if you have any like if you want to take internship, so that's what that's the initiative that is put in ground by Campus France. So there is a dedicated group for Ptdf scholars, then there's another group for all Nigerian students in France. So but this Ptdf group is actually specific to your award year, or for those students that came from Nigeria to France that specific year. And if you're going to Germany, there's also a WhatsApp group, and also I think the same thing for UK and Malaysia as well. But for the general students, whether you are a scholarship student or you are a self-funded student, there's a group that all of us belong to, which is the Nigerian student in France. And when you only be added to that group when you arrive in France. But for the group that you seek, that you get information and guidance on how to process your visa, what documents you need, Ptdf would create that group for you during the induction. That's what will happen. Okay. Sorry, I'm just saying, if you are joining us, I'm actually doing a live stream to help those that are finding things difficult or that have questions concerning the further steps to take, or the next steps to take after being awarded the Ptdf scholarship. So if you are an awardee of the Ptdf scholarship and you have a question, you have something that is bothering you, please do well to share your question, ask your question, and I will give you guidance to my best of knowledge. Sorry. Link. If you have any question, please, you can just ask me concerning what next to do after being awarded Ptdf scholarship. For now, it's just one person. I think it's still Edgar. It's more like we are doing a one-on-one call. Or if you're not Edgar, you can just indicate by raising up your hand so that I will know if you are not, if you're just joining and you're a new person joining the live, and we've not previously introduced, or I've not previously mentioned you. Okay, so for Heather, I sent the link. If you are the one in the live, please, you can just indicate so that I will know that you're the one. Hello. Okay, I'll just wait and be patient. Okay, so I see another person has joined the live stream. Please, can you kindly indicate by raising up your hand if you're a Ptdf awardee, respective of the year, last year or this year. No indication. I only know of one person apart from the second person that is in live. I know of one person that's a Ptdf awardee. Okay, Ruben Bolaji. Okay, so Ruben, the essence of this live stream is to give guidance to new awardees or previous ones on what next to do. And if you have any question, you can ask me. I would say I have a little bit of time now to provide you with answers. I cannot do a video that will upload in the channel because I'll be on transit from tomorrow, the next tomorrow, until Sunday. So that's why I decided to just do this live stream, because we're in the month of July, and there's August, September, and most of the admission closes except some schools that are still open. But I think most of the administrative procedure starts in September. So If you have any question, you can ask me as to how to quickly get admission, because I think there are some schools in France that their admission portal is still open, but it depends again on the course that you are taking. Maybe the course might be filled for now, and so maybe you'll be having doubts. Oh, I've not gotten admission with the PTDF. Thank you so much, Ega. With the PTDF, annul my scholarship if I don't resume this year and all those stuff. There are many questions that a lot of people ask. But if you have any question that is more specific or peculiar to you, that is specific to you, you can just ask the question, and I'll try as much as I can to guide you. And again, now let me just, I think I spoke about it the last time, but if you are planning on resuming this year, try as much as you can to have a little bit of money, I would say, for firstly the procedures in Nigeria, the visa application procedures, if you've gotten your admission and you want to resume this year, because the cost of everything has doubled. Like when I applied for my visa, I paid 38,800 naira, I think so, but now it has increased. But for those in Lagos, my colleague, when he applied in Lagos embassy, he didn't pay because he told them that he was from Campus France. But mine, I would like you to know that any money you are spending, PTDF is going to reimburse you. You're going to pay it back, but it may take a little bit of time. So try as much as you can to have sufficient money. If you are planning on resuming this year, you pay Campus France fee, you will pay the visa application fee, you would also have to do one or two things. And one thing that I wish the most, because my friend faced the challenge, he was trying to move from Nigeria to Germany, but to go and change naira to euros was so expensive. And I wish if there's a way that I can be like an intermediary, or like, I don't even know, where I would help, because like I told to Hega, there's a group where students can help people. We sell euros and buy naira and everything like that, where we can easily help, because the price will not be too high as what you get from Aboki, from the Aboki in the Sheraton or wherever they do the bureau the change like that. To not be too high. So that would have been a good initiative, but as it is, there's a clear barrier. So you're going to require a lot of money. You're going to, let me not put fear in your mind, not really a lot, but it depends on how you, if you are able to manage yourself. You can actually come with 150 euros or come with 200 euros, pending the time that PTDF will start paying you, pending the time that your payment will be activated. So, but if you are coming here, make sure that you try to carry some money. As much as it is fully funded, make sure that you carry some money. The first thing that you do, if you are coming, you buy a SIM card. And buying a SIM card is expensive, because when you're buying a SIM card, you're also buying airtime in order to activate the SIM card. And you know you are buying things now in euros, not in naira. So you will have to do that. And when you are coming, I would suggest for those that want to come now again, don't buy anything winter jackets from Nigeria. What you buy from Nigeria may not be good enough to prevent the cold. But if you come here, you will see something quality. However, you may get it at an expensive rate, but it will be sufficient. But that's what I do. The winter jacket I brought was not sufficient. It was not good enough to prevent the cold. Even the socks I got, I was still feeling cold. So, but here, where they know the intensity or the severeness of the winter and everything like that, they know the kind of jacket to recommend to you. And even carrying duvet again, it's not really good. I wouldn't advise you to carry. Just come here and buy all these things. PTDF will give you money to buy all these things for computer, for your warm clothes and everything like that. So just come, and it's not like you're going to be buying every month. It's just a one-time purchase that you make. And for those that will come early in September, I would advise you that the very first thing that should be in your mind is buying all this winter. If you're buying winter boots, buying winter jacket, buying duvet, buy these things as soon as possible, because they will be cheap now that it's summer, because there's sun, and nobody would be buying all these cold prevention materials or clothes like that. But when it's in winter, When it's in winter, that's when, now demand, people would be, oh, I need to get this, and they would naturally think, oh, it's cold, people want to get all this stuff to prevent the cold, so the price will be expensive. That's how it is. So if you are coming, come with good amount of money that will be able to help you carry yourself around, and an advice will be, try as much as you can to ask questions, because if you say, oh, you want to use the Uber or the, what do they even call it, yes, Uber, generally it's expensive. They don't charge you, like, it's not like Nigeria that will say, okay, 5,000. No, they charge by meter. Either they charge per meter, either they charge per meter or per minute, I think so. So it's not advisable to do that. So when you come, ask questions very well. And most of their transportation infrastructure here is very organized and everything, so you get the best service that you need. And someone asked a question, between France and Germany, which one is better? Okay, for me, I studied in France. There's one thing I know that I benefited from France. Number one is the accommodation in France is subsidized for students. Like my accommodation, I pay 292 euros for per month, but I receive a subsidy from the French accommodation government, or from the French government, yes, of 172 euros. No, 173 euros. So you see, if you check very well, you see that I'll be paying maybe around 120 something euros. That's if you are staying in student apartment, like a student resident. For my friends that were staying outside, she was paying around 500 and something euros, but she was collecting 200 and I think. So if you're a scholarship student, you tend to get more for the subsidy. But if you're a self-paying student, you will not get a lot from the subsidy. So that's how it is. So for you that is a scholarship student coming to France, you will get subsidy for accommodation. And then the health insurance, the health insurance is very good. The policy there is good. If you have any challenge, you go to the hospital. I also went to the hospital. If you go to the hospital, the French government will pay 50% of the expenses, and your insurance will pay, I don't know how much they will pay, but there is an agreement between you and your insurance. So like in 2023, I went to the hospital, and then they did an operation of appendicitis and the rest like that. And I don't know, I was thinking that the bill would be around 200, 300 euros, but at the end of the day, what I saw was around 23 euros. Yes, 23 euros. So I thought, whoa, it's like it's affordable for me, it's cheap, and my insurance covered it as well. So the French government is taking a part, and you also will pay a part, your insurance will pay a part. So you have, in France, you will have accommodation subsidy, you have health insurance, and then there's this initiative that they call Cross. I think Cross is also student resident. My friend stayed in Cross, where he studied in Toulouse, and the rent he paid was not, I don't know whether it's 100 and something euros or 200 and something euros, but he was receiving high subsidy. So he ended up paying, I think he ended up paying around 53 euros per month. So you see that as you are paying your rent, they are subsidizing it for you. There is like, it's good in France for me, but I don't know of Germany very well. The common thing that they have is that the two countries, they don't speak, their official language is not English. So as for job opportunities, I think Germany is much more better for me. I think so, because I've had conversation with some of my friends and acquaintances, and again, the cost of living in Germany, I think, is higher than the cost of living in France. There is this website that I use to look at the cost of living in cities. That's if I want to move to a particular city. That's what I was doing. So if you want to move to a particular city, you have to first of all check what is the cost of living in the city that you are going to. Then from there you can look and in the country you are going to, if you are still contemplating of choosing whether Germany or France. Then when you look at the country and see, because the cost of living in France may be low than the cost of living in Germany, and then when you now come to cost of living in France, you will now look at the cost of living in the specific regions. You have the north and the south. Obviously, the cost of living in Paris, Lyon will be expensive than the cost of living in, let's say, smaller cities like Nîmes, Avignon, all other smaller cities. So do your research, so that, because if you go and stay in a city like Paris, where they will be paying you, maybe Ptdf is paying like 1,200 euro, and you are paying accommodation of 800 euro. Imagine. And there is a cap to the subsidy that you are receiving for the accommodation. So you see that at the end of the day, you will not, maybe if you plan to save, you will not be saving a lot of money. So, but again, it shouldn't be attributed to the financial gain that you have during your study or at the end. But what will you gain when you do the masters, and the possibility or the potentiality of getting jobs? As much as accommodation in Paris is expensive, the opportunities of getting job is high too in Paris, because Paris is more like a diverse city where you have tourists and a lot of people from different nationalities living in Paris. So you can easily get menial jobs to be doing as an English speaker, or as a student, like student job, 20 hours job to be doing. So that's in, unlike other cities where the cost of living is low, and the job opportunity is not really there. Someone said, can I apply for schools in France, Malaysia, or Germany? I would repeat it again. If you applied from your from the application submission that you did, if you chose Germany as your first choice, if you chose Germany as your first choice, you cannot, like, yes, you can apply to France or Malaysia, schools in France or Malaysia. But if you chose France or Malaysia as your first choice in the application, you cannot switch to Germany. Why? Because there is this intermediary, or there's this body called DAD that is responsible for admitting students into German universities. Now, Ptdf have done their own selection. That will do their own selection. For the fact that you applied to schools in Germany and you got the Ptdf scholarship does not guarantee that you will get the DAD scholarship. And if you don't get the DAD scholarship, you can't go to Germany to study. So I think you'll be submitting another application. I don't know if you submit another application, or they will just from there assess and then pick the student. My friend that is in Germany now, after he got the Ptdf scholarship, Dad also reached out to him that he has gotten the DAD scholarship. If he didn't get the DAD scholarship, he would not be able to go to Germany. He would either switch to either France or Malaysia. So if your first choice was Germany, you can go ahead, apply for admission in Germany, hoping that you get the DAD scholarship, and then apply for admission in Malaysia or France. But if your first choice was Malaysia or France, I don't think it will be possible to apply for admission in Germany. And someone said, can I come with dependent? Okay, I don't think it's possible to come with dependent. It's not possible to come with dependent because there is a visa, a specific visa that allows you to come with dependent, and that's the researcher visa, more like the talent visa. And that talent visa is given to you if you get a job with a company or a university, an academic institution in France. So you can come with your dependent. But for you that an international organization or an international agency is sponsoring you to come and study in France, you cannot come with your dependent because you are applying for the normal student visa, which is usually yearly. For the talent visa, it allows you to come with your dependent. However, I will put that in question mark, not really sure, because I have once had someone said that he got the talent visa in the group, the Ptdf scholars group that I belong to. So I would try as much as I can to ask further questions if a Ptdf scholar can apply for the talent visa that allows them to come with their dependent, and then I will try to drop it in a chat, or I'll drop it as a post on the in the channel, and it's only those that are subscribed to the channel that can actually see the post, I think. So I would look at that and then post it in the channel, and then you can get the information for yourself. Someone asked, can I switch from France to Malaysia, or can I apply for admission to France or Malaysia? Yes, you can apply for France or Malaysia. If they were your first choice or second choice or third choice, you can apply for admission in France or Malaysia. And I would like you to be careful, because that day, during that day of induction, it's like they are scouting for students and everybody is encouraging you, showing you the beautiful part and all those stuff. But you need to be thinking futuristically. You need to be thinking what will be the after. Like if you apply for admission in a school in Malaysia, what is the possibility of me getting a job after after the study? If you apply for a job for admission in France, what is the possibility of me getting a job after the? What is the possibility of me getting a job after my study? And one thing that you know is that if you get the French visa, when you get the French visa, which is more like the Schengen visa, it allows you to travel to other Schengen countries, and traveling to other Schengen countries will give you the opportunity to scout for job in other Schengen countries. Then from there, when you get your job, when you get the job, you can easily change your let me not say easily, but you can switch your student visa to a work permit, which is good. But I don't know for the visa that the Malaysian government will give you to come and study. I don't know if you can move to other countries, neighboring countries, to go and look for a job. But here you can easily move from France to Italy to Germany to Sweden with the Schengen visa, and that can allow you to look for a job. Now someone asked something, I think Hawa asked a question. Let me look at the chat again. Let me look at the chat. There is a particular chat. I'm trying to look for it. Okay, apart from September intake, is there any other intake? You have to search the school portal, the school that you are interested in. Search the school portal, because some schools do offer September intake, some offers January intake. Like when I was seriously looking for admission, I was considering applying for Germany, but I didn't know that I could not apply to Germany because I chose France as my first choice. So some schools in Germany offer courses for admission from Germany to UK. Some schools offer courses in July. That the intake starts from, I think, July, and I think they used to call it is it summer intake? They have the summer intake, then they have, I don't know, this is their weather whatever intake, but they have for January. Some schools have for January, and then they have for September. And September is usually like the main the main academic year. Yeah, so that. Then there's someone that asked a question about, I'm trying to look for the chat. Okay, can I switch for admission from Germany to UK? Switching from Germany to UK is impossible, except you can be able to convince the Ptdf that you want to switch from Germany to the UK. Why? Because the package or the MOU for UK universities is different from the MOU for for universities in Germany, France, and Malaysia. That's why they call it the UK partnership and the GMF partnership. You understand? So now, in order to, it's just like you are crossing a bridge. You cannot switch from GMF to the UK. You must have applied for that during the application cycle. You must have selected the UK during the application cycle. Okay, one of the Yes, that's one of the challenges, and you cannot switch from the UK. This is, you can't switch from the UK partnership to the GMF partnership. That's just how it is. Except you can be able to convince the PTDF by writing them a letter why you want to switch from Germany to the UK. That's it. But I don't think it's possible. I've not heard of anyone that has done it, except you have leg, and some of us don't have leg. So there is this acceptance letter on my profile on PTDF website. What am I to do with it? What's the? I think there are two letters. The first is the proof of funding letter, and the second one is the award letter. Now, this is how it goes. The proof of funding letter is what leads to the award letter. In order for you to get your award letter, you must have an admission. If you have your admission and you have uploaded the admission letter on your portal, then you would have your proof of funding, and then you can further request, because you use your proof of funding and your award letter to request for the proof of funding and the admission letter to request for the award letter. Now, they used to say that, oh, if you don't sign the award letter in this number of days or before this number of days, your scholarship will be revoked. Don't think of that. Don't worry about that. If you don't sign it, that's if you don't have admission. You can just simply write to the PTDF that you've not gotten admission and you plan to resume the following academic year. So for that acceptance letter that you're talking about, I don't know what title is it. Is it award letter? Because in the award letter, it will ask you to accept the scholarship, and that's the one that will have, if you read everything that is there, I think it's up to J or K. It will ask you, if you read everything, you will see that it states that if you don't accept this award in this before this date and all this stuff, the scholarship will be revoked. No, that's not the problem. Just make sure that you communicate to PTDF why you are not resuming this year, or why you have not signed later. Okay, so Jeremiah say, what are the steps to defer my scholarship to the next year? Now, if you're a PhD candidate, basically it will be it will be like you are not possible to get a supervisor, so you just write a letter, like the formal letter, addressing it to the ES that you've not been able to get a supervisor, so you want to defer your scholarship while you search for a supervisor. Same goes with the MSc student. If you've not gotten a supervisor, then you defer your scholarship. You can write that letter to them. Writing it, I think there is on the portal, when you click on defer, they will ask you why you want to defer. You can just fill in and then attach the letter. You can also write in email to them. They will understand. But one thing you should know, that this scholarship, you want it is yours. It is yours. And another thing again is, if you have any medical issues that kind of needs you, that you need time to handle or to resolve before you resume your studies, you can also state that in your deferment letter to the PTDF. However, more guidance will be provided to you. I would like to ask, I think I should ask my friend that is in Germany, because he deferred his scholarship from 2003. Yes, 2003, and it's resuming this year. However, he is already in Germany because he needed to. Come early for the language course and everything. So I will ask him, pertaining your question, Jeremiah, that you said, does that mean I don't have to accept the scholarship first? So I will ask him on my WhatsApp chat. Let me ask him first. Let me do the real-time inquiry. I will ask him about that. Now, concerning the induction, you will not have time to ask a lot of questions. When selected for Germany, is it to apply for admission in the schools for first or that? Okay, when selected for Germany, is it to apply for? I think it is to apply to the schools. that you, because when you were applying to Germany, I think they said there's a specific link that you would apply through, that you can click and apply through. Because I saw something like that in the announcement. I don't know if it's true, if I'm right though. But nevertheless, if you are an awardee going to Germany, that will always send you an email, because your names are in a list, or your names are yes, your names are written down and sent to them, that these are the people that we selected for the Ptdf scholarship, and that from there will make their own selection. So that is it. That will make their own selection. So applying for admission in Germany, I think you are applying for admission to the school directly, not dad. Dad are not responsible for giving you admission, but dad will make their own selection of students that they want to come to Germany. Then David said, I want to switch from Malaysia to France. Can I do that, or I have to accept the scholarship first? Just get your admission. You chose Malaysia, just get your admission, right? Again, let me repeat it. The GFM agreement is different from the UK agreement. Now, the GFM agreement allows you to switch from Germany, Malaysia, France. But mind you, if you did not select Germany as your first choice, you cannot switch to Germany because of that. So you are left with the choice of Malaysia or France. So you can apply for admission into the University of Technology in Malaysia or any school in France here. That's it. So get an admission in France, get an admission in Malaysia, submit to Ptdf. Oh, he's going to university in Malaysia. They would update the list showing your course, showing the country that you are going to. You understand? Then Jeremiah said, okay, or I have to accept the scholarship first. If you accept the scholarship, let me tell you, if you accept the scholarship, the award letter, when it is sent to you, because before you can accept the scholarship, you must have uploaded your admission letter. And when the award letter is coming to you, they will state that, okay, Mr. XYZ has been awarded the Ptdf scholarship and is going to study a master's in this course in this university for this number of months or number of years. That's then the months in bracket, and will be paid this amount of money, this amount of stipend monthly. And so that's it. They will state the course that you are doing, the university that you are going to. So you cannot accept the scholarship until you have uploaded the admission letter. Jeremiah, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have not accepted it. Oh, it's not getting admission this year a good reason to defer it. Yes, not getting admission this year is a very good reason to defer the scholarship. In fact, I know someone that her work, the place that she worked did not allow her to go for a study leave, because she had to work there for a certain number of years. But again, after that, they allowed her to go for the study leave after deferring the scholarship, I think for 2 years. So the Ptdf is somehow flexible. They are not really strict, but make sure that any decision you are making, anything you are doing, you are carrying the Ptdf along, you are updating them so that they would see the possibility of granting you the request. There is this question about that stuff, the Germany stuff. So I'm in contact with my friend. I will ask him a question now. Please, if you have any question, you can just ask me. I will try as much as I can, to the best of my knowledge, to respond to your question, and I hope that it will be very, very important to you. And if you don't have any question, I'll give you a general advice that, okay, it's just assume that what's the criteria for the dad selection. I don't really know the criteria for the dad selection, seriously, but I would say that maybe it is attached to your grade and the quality of application you submitted to Ptdf. I don't know. But if you don't get if you don't get the dad scholarship, that's not the end of the day. You can always come to France now. How do we write to PTDF with an intent to defer? You write a formal letter, you give it a title, okay, request to defer scholarship till next academic session or academic session. Then in the body of the letter, you state why you want to defer. Give them why you want to defer. If it's on medical grounds, you can always include a medical certificate or a proof of the medical whatever, and then they will respond to you as soon as they can. But mind you, the PTDF is going to have a lot of people requesting, placing requests on the portal and everything, because now people have received the award and people want to resume. So anything they are doing, just try as much as you can. There will be a support email that you can always contact. So when you are placing an application or a request in the portal, try to communicate with that email as well, so that they will know that, okay, you have actually placed the request on the portal. Then, will you be paid anything yet before you travel, or is it until you have traveled that you will be paid? You will not be paid anything before you travel. You will not be paid anything before you traveled. You will be paid once you arrive in your country of study. The only thing PTDF will do for you, for UK scholars, the PTDF will connect them with an agent that will help them in their visa process. For the French scholars, the PTDF will refer you to the Campus France that will help you with your visa process. And the next thing that they will do for you is to book a flight for you, a flight that will take you from Nigeria to your study destination. And from there, you will now send the flights, the stamp of you arriving in the country, your visa page, and what else again? You send some other documents and the bank account that you open in the country where you are living. Then PTDF will start paying you. If you don't go to your study destination, PTDF will not pay you. Then, David, what is the maximum period of time to defer? Again, I don't really know much about this deferment stuff. Again, let me ask that my friend about this deferment, because he deferred. Please, how did you defer your scholarship? I am good. Okay, so that's it. I'll ask him. If you respond to me, I will get back to you concerning deferment, how he deferred it, and what, if there is any body that he met, or if there is any letter he wrote. I hope that he responds to me soon. Will your accommodation be readily available over there, or is it when you get there you will sort out your accommodation? Okay, so your accommodation, for those going to France, there is this document that you get from Campus France that's called the Cross application, and that's usually based on slot. So if you apply for the Cross as soon as possible, you may be assigned an apartment quickly. And you also need that, is it Kraus? I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's CROUS. So you need that to apply for your visa as well. But if you are going to a university where they don't have that Kraus, they don't have it, you can contact the international admission officer, or the person that is responsible for attending to international students regarding admission, regarding accommodation. Then from there, you can see how you can reach to agents in that area, or how you can contact agents to get an accommodation. And one thing in France is that sometimes some agents will require you to send the security deposit before you even get there to sign the accommodation agreement. Be careful. Don't think, oh, you're coming to France, a developed country, and all those stuff like that. Maybe there are people that will dupe you. My friend, she almost lost her money because the guy asked her to send the money first before she even arrived France, and she sent it with the hope that the guy is legit. And something happened along the way, but eventually she contacted her bank and they stopped the stop the transaction from happening, so it did not happen. So just be careful. Anything that you are dealing with concerning accommodation, try to get in contact with the appropriate authority or the person that is responsible for handling international students, or for making sure that international students move from their country to the university. So make sure that you keep in touch with them, and if it is possible, try as much as you can to research the website of these schools. They have student association that can help you that can always help you, if they will give you temporary accommodation when you come, before you now look for a place to stay. So these are the things that you do. So, and regarding that accommodation, I think more light will be shed on it by Campus France, because you really need an accommodation certificate to apply for your visa. And for those that for me, why it looked as if it was simple for me, because my professor there's this alumni association that they have, and they built student residence where students can easily come when they are coming from their country to stay. And so my professor talked to them, spoke with them, and we didn't have to pay anything. But they have a dedicated website where you can register and pay a security deposit, and you are paying a security deposit of 250 euro. That's almost 350,000 or 400,000 per se. So if you don't, if you are not careful, and you're not going through the right channel, or the person that you are asking concerning this accommodation is not authentic, they may take your money. So just make sure that anything you are doing, any research you are doing, make sure that you ask a lot of questions during the induction, and make sure that you send Campus France. That's Campus France, they are the ones responsible for that. So make sure you send them emails concerning that, always, and they will give you the answer if they are available. Then for those going to Germany, I think my friend, he was linked to a family, or I don't know who he was linked to, whether a family or if somebody that they knew, and they helped him to come from Nigeria to Germany to settle before he gets his accommodation sorted. So that's that about accommodation. Please, the only thing is just try as much as you can. Any organization or anybody that will be present during the induction, try to get their email address. Try to get any way you can contact them. Try to get it, so that you always ask them questions. Send them emails, and if they don't respond to your email in a work, like you have Monday to Friday, if they don't respond to your email in one day, try to send another email, like an inquiry again. Keep sending them email to make your transition from Nigeria to your country of study smooth, so that you don't have any issue. Okay, if Ptdf approve your deferral, will they mail you? Like if Ptdf approve your deferral, I don't know if they will mail you, but let me wait for my friend to answer, if he will answer, because he has not yet answered. I don't know if they will mail you, but anything that you are doing, make sure that you make the portal your friend. Make sure that the portal is your friend, because when my award letter was ready, I didn't know it was ready. I was waiting for an email to be sent to me. Okay, your award letter is ready in your portal. So I had to go and check my portal and saw that it was there. Same thing with proof of fund. The only thing that you most likely receive via email is the travel insurance. Yes, the travel insurance, and also the flight tickets. That's what you receive. So the other things that are already in the portal as tabs, make sure that you always visit those tabs and check those tabs. Make sure that you check those tabs, because they may activate, they may answer your request of proof of funding or award letter, and if you don't check, you may not know that it has been granted. That's the thing. Please, if you have any other question, you can ask. Again, for those that are just joining, this meeting or this live stream is to guide those that have been awarded the Ptdf scholarship. If they have any question, you ask your question, and I will try to the best of my knowledge to answer your question. And if you have any question that I think there is someone that can answer it, I will reach out to them to get an answer from them, and then I will paste this as a post on the channel, because I may not be available in the next 2 days or always, to so that I'll paste it as a post, and then you can easily see it when you come on YouTube. That's it. If you have any question, again, make sure that you plan yourself, be strategic in your transition, or you're coming from Nigeria to France or to Germany or to the UK or to Malaysia. Make sure you're strategic. If you want to do a PhD after, make sure that that's the plan that you're going. In fact, for studies in France, it is 2 years. You have the M1 and the M2. For studies in the UK, it is 1 year. So you have, just as you are just going to the UK, you start planning your post-study. What do you do after your study? What do you do after your study? Do you want to start looking for a job? Okay, when do you start looking for a job? Or you want to apply for a PhD? When do you start applying for this PhD? When do you start writing your research plan and everything like that? That's one of the things that I've learned in the past few days when someone was talking about remaining in a country. And again, the Ptdf allows you to stay in the country of study, or allows you not to come back to Nigeria. If you have a job, you can always reach out to them. There is this tab that is called letter of no objection, or no objection, I think. So you can just upload it, telling them, oh, you've gotten a job in in the country where you studied, and this is so you will not be returning to Nigeria and the rest like that. So we all had until June to decide if we will go. And so my friend just replied. He said, I asked him, please, how did you defer your scholarship? He said, I didn't defer my scholarship. We all had until June to decide if we will go. Okay, so someone said letter of no objection is no longer issued. So I think it means that if you finish your program, you have to come back to Nigeria. Even if you get a job in the country where you studied, you can always come back to Nigeria, and because it's a bond that you are signing with the Ptdf, that at the end of your program, you will come back to Nigeria. So if you get a job in the country where you study, I think your employer will always allow you the opportunity of coming back to your country and then returning back to for the job. But the thing is this, that you have to always book your flight yourself. You have to sponsor your transit from and to that country where you get the job. Okay, is there any reason for deferment that will make Ptdf withdraw the scholarship? Like, I got an admission, but I couldn't meet up with the process because the scholarship came in late, so I deferred. Okay, I'll give you an example, and I think your question is similar to what happened. So my friend, in 2019, he won the scholarship, and then he got the admission as well, but his visa did not come out early. Like, the decision on his visa did not come out early. So, and he had spent, I think, 2 months without, like, he was taking the course online, but they needed him to be there physically. But because he couldn't resume physically because of the visa and everything like that, the international admission office had to terminate his admission. So that was the reason for him to defer. That was the reason for him to defer till the year that I came, that is in 2022. And I think in 2020, COVID happened, and there were a lot of restrictions and stuff like that. So because he didn't get his visa early and the program had started, so he did not resume. So you can always defer your admission. That's for the person that asked this question. Is there any reason? Yes, that's Alison Amarachi. You can always defer the admission that you got, and also notify Ptdf of the reason why you will be resuming the following academic year, stating just what you have said, that the course had already started before the scholarship came in. So was he referring to June the following year? Yes, June the following year, in August last year. Last year's cycle, the scholarship came out in August. Was it? No, was it in August? No, it was not in August. Yes, it was in August, because I remember I was in Nigeria then. So it came out in August. It came out in August, and so they had until June. I think it's usually, is it 6 months or how many months? They had until June to defer the scholarship. So to decide whether they will go or they will not go. So I think it's an ample time for you to use to search for admission and the rest like that. Yes. So the next one is Awal said, my request for funding letter was declined because I didn't upload admission letter and supervisors need to see proof of funding to give you admission. What's your advice? Yes, this is a challenge that has been faced by many Ptdf awardees. Now what you do is this: if your request was declined and your the school is asking for you to send, now the best thing you can do is to print that notification letter. That notification letter that says you've been awarded the Ptdf scholarship, though it is not sufficient. It is not sufficient. But again, if I can advise you again, is this: if you are living in Abuja, or you have someone that's living there that can help you, you write a letter with regards to the authenticity of the scholarship that you received, and then they can help you and append a signature or a stamp in the Ptdf stores, plus the notification that you got of receiving the scholarship or winning the scholarship. Then if you couple that and you are able to convince your supervisor, then I think they will be able to give you the admission letter. And there are some schools that actually give admission, conditional admission. When you are applying for admission, they used to ask you what's your source of funding. So some people state that they are actually hoping on a scholarship and they give conditional admission. I don't know why they didn't give you conditional admission, but that advice, the best advice is what I'm giving, that either you write a letter or the Ptdf write a letter confirming that you are a scholar that have received the scholarship, and then they append a signature or a stamp, and then you use it with your notification, proof of that notification of award, and so send it to your supervisor, because you also need to have to convince him or her that it is not possible to receive the proof of funding until you have received the admission letter. That's my best advice. Sorry, I know I am asking the same thing over again. Okay, it's about the acceptance of the scholarship. When the deadline for acceptance elapsed and I haven't accepted it yet, hope it won't affect me. Just I would really have, we can defer for a maximum of 12 months. Ahmed Abdul Kadir Ahmed, thank you so much. He is answering all your questions. So for those that are posting questions and I am not maybe answering very well, you can always refer to his comments. He's giving answers to most of the questions, and for me, I did not differ. That is why I don't really have a lot. And the response I got from my friend said that he had until June, which is not up to 1 year. So Ahmed said you have up to 1 year to defer your this thing. You can set to defer your admission, your scholarship rather. And he has also responded to the question about getting admission or your supervisor asking for proof of funding. I use the notification of award. Okay, Hagar has also answered the same question. Okay, so for you that have won the scholarship, accept the scholarship as soon as possible. But I think the the award letter, is it the same as the acceptance of the scholarship? That's to Awal. Sorry, Ahmed. Is it the same? Because I don't know. I didn't accept my own that day. I waited till like 3 or 4 days until I got my admission letter before I accept. No, it's 2 years, so I don't really have that information. I'm not part of the administrative, or I'm not part of those that knows a lot about. Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So accepting the admission is important. So try to accept the scholarship, rather not admission. Accept the scholarship award as soon as possible. Then the award letter is different from accepting the scholarship. In the award letter, that's one that will state your course, the university, duration of study, how much they will pay you, and every other thing. This acceptance is just accepting it. I don't know if they would provide you with proof of that you've accepted the scholarship, but that's just it. And thank you so much, Ahmad Abdulkadir Ahmed or Ahmad, for answering some of the questions I didn't have answers to. And thank you everyone for joining this live stream. I hope that as you're planning to come to study in your respective country and every other thing, and I hope that you would get the best experience out of it. One key advice I'll give you is that when you're coming from your country to this country, don't just associate yourself with international students only. Associate yourself with local students, students that are from that country, because they already know how the system works, and try to network with them and then know of the opportunities that you can get, in order to increase or to improve yourself, to advance yourself. That's the best advice I'll give you. And always be open. Try as much as you can to learn the language. Is very important. Learning the language is important. Like an employer, or an employer, when you want to apply for your internship, will be very delighted to be communicating with you, like to be flowing easily with you when you apply for internship. That would actually help you to find more internship. When you put in your CV that you can speak German or you can speak French, okay, this guy, there's no barrier. He's coming from a country, he has good profile, he studied in France, and he can speak our language, so we can take him for an internship. So that's just the little advice I have to give you. And for any other question that you may have, I would appreciate that you maybe send it to my email. I will try to drop my email address when this video is uploaded, so that you can always reach out to me. Or again, if you are if they add you in the WhatsApp group that will be created, try to participate actively in that group. Ask questions, a lot of questions. They will not just create a WhatsApp group for all new awardees. They will create a WhatsApp group with I think there's one guy that was in the group that's a representative from Campus France that helped us. And I think the same thing also for the UK awardees and Germany as well. So there is someone that already has a knowledge of how the process is and how everything goes, that will be there to be attending to all your questions. That is it, and I wish you good luck in your endeavors. God bless you and have a good night. Bye bye.